If you're looking to make a lot of money in the shortest amount of time this week, look no further than your car wash. As Rockstar winds down their month-long festivities, they're gifting us triple money in RP on the money laundering missions. Typically, these pay out 35 grand. But this week, you'll be getting $105,000 for missions that can be done in under 5 minutes. Actually, more like 3 or 4 minutes. Plus, there's no cooldown. So today I want to briefly go over all the missions and give you an idea of what to expect. Well, almost all the missions. In this video, I'm going to be focusing on just the hands-on car wash missions. I'm doing this for a bunch of reasons, but the biggest reason is that, in my opinion, they're the easiest. Also, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that only own the car wash. Other than some additional missions and a slight uptick in your passive income from the save, there's really no need to purchase the other associated businesses. Again, in my humble opinion. Alright, so let's jump in. As with all the money front businesses, you'll have the opportunity to kick off 4 different money laundering missions, either in the businesses themselves or by calling up RAF on your phone. For the car wash, these will be torch the rival operation, steal the rival's cash, recover the cash via the hidden cargo container vehicle, or recover the cash via the stockade. I would not recommend the last one. If you end up having to travel to any of the group sex depots and steal the stockade, immediately quit the session and give it another go. The biggest problem with this mission is that it takes forever. Even at triple money, it is not worth it. And as you're seeing here, I even tried utilizing the mule. I thought you could speed things up by airlifting the stockade to each of the banks. And although this method is slightly faster, it's still going to be a grind and will not be worth your time and or effort. Okay, so the takeaway is to focus on the remaining 3 missions. So let's go over the recover the cash via the hidden cargo container vehicle first. For this one, RAF is going to send you to the docks, either at Terminal or Elysian Island, where you'll encounter a bunch of enemies that will be located near the container with the vehicle. Now, I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but you can use any vehicle you like to do these missions. However, as is the case with much of my money grinding videos, if you want to complete these as fast as I am, I would highly recommend the Mark II or, at the very least, some other weaponized vehicle. My backup standby has always been the Buzzard. So once you encounter the enemies, you'll know you're in the right area. The vehicle is always going to be hidden in a container that's nearby. After you dispose of the enemies, you now need to locate the vehicle. It's always going to be in a container that is 2 or 3 stacks high. And because of this, if you happen to see an improvised ramp of some sort that's placed near one of the containers, like you're seeing here, you can usually deduce what container is holding the vehicle. If you're still getting stumped, you can always just pull out your phone and review the photo that was sent. When you get close to the correct container, you'll see a white floating arrow above the locks. This is also a very good tip that you have found the correct container. After this, you'll need to shoot the lock open and then collect the vehicle. There'll be a brief cutscene before you have to enter the vehicle and then escape. If you do not own a salvage yard, you'll need to take the vehicle to Howe in his garage in Alta to be stripped for parts. However, if you do own a salvage yard, you can simply deliver it to Jamal and then have the same thing done. Once you've delivered the vehicle, you'll be whisked back outside with a backpack full of money. You now need to deliver this to your car wash for the mission to end, and for you to get paid. And side note, the money you'll be making goes directly into a bag that's located at the foot of your bed in the bedroom of your car wash. The maximum it can hold is 1 million. And with the money you'll be making this week, it's gonna fill up pretty fast. Okay, the next mission is stealing the rival's cash. For this one, you'll be heading to an old, rusted-out Emperor parked at a random location. When you arrive, you'll need to open up the trunk to collect the explosive charges needed for the next phase. Once collected, you'll get another waypoint that's going to be the money laundering operation. There's going to be some enemies outside, but as with the first mission, you should be able to dispose of the threat rather quickly and easily. When all the enemies are dead, park your vehicle relatively close to the entrance for the quick getaway. When you enter, there's going to be 3 or 4 enemies located in the back corner of the building. You can throw a sticky bomb or grenade, or simply go in guns a-blazing to finish them off. Once these enemies are dead, you then need to collect the freshly laundered money from the washing machines. There'll be 3 machines you need to collect from. Once you have the money, you'll then need to place the explosives on 2 printing machines before leaving the building. After you leave and the building blows up, you'll be getting a pedestrian 2-star wanted level you'll need to clear. For me, I just head to the top of the building and then just wait. After the wanted level disappears, simply head to your car wash and then the mission is over. Because you have to wait for the wanted level to disappear, this is probably going to be the longest of your missions. And for me, this one only took around 4 minutes to complete. Alright, the last mission is the torching of the rival operation. For this one, it's going to be providing you with some locations that have some Molotov cocktails you can use. You see, the main objective of this mission is to ignite a bunch of fake cash. However, if you own the firework launcher, stay tuned. If you do not own the launcher, I would recommend using either your gas can and your gun to ignite, or just use your rocket launcher. Now, you can definitely use the Molotovs if you like, but it's going to take you more time to collect, and if you have your own, they're pretty difficult to replenish once you run out. Okay, so once you arrive, you'll need to take out the enemies that'll be waiting outside. There's also going to be 3 or 4 locations of fake cash that's going to be located outside as well. These will be the first areas of cash you'll need to torch, and this is the beauty of using either the Mark II or the Buzzard. When you begin launching missiles at the enemies, you may get lucky enough that the explosions ignite some of the cash. As you're seeing here, after I land, I only have 1 more stash that I need to torch. And this is where the firework launcher comes in clutch. You can use this to ignite all the cash, and you can easily replenish like other normal ammo. So yeah, if you have it, I would definitely recommend the firework launcher for this mission. Okay, so once inside, you'll need to do more of the same. My recommendation is to first kill all the enemies and then start in the back room with your launcher. You want to do this because after you ignite 1 or 2 of the stashes inside, more enemies are going to spawn, and they'll spawn in the back room. So just start here and then work your way out, using the launcher to torch each pile of cash. Doing this, you shouldn't need to interact with any of the spawned-in enemies. When the last pile is torched, you'll need to leave the building quickly because smoke is going to begin to fill the room and it'll start to affect your health. Another reason to start in the back and work your way to the front. So when you're all done and exit the building, you're going to get another call from RAF about a truck carrying the last of their counterfeit cash. You need to destroy this vehicle to complete the mission. Again, another reason why using the Mark II or Buzzard is ideal. Just fly to the red crosshair icon on the map, locate the truck, launch missiles, blow up the truck, and you are done. Now, this one is by far the quickest of the bunch, taking a measly 2.5 minutes to complete. All in all, these missions can be completed in 5 minutes or less, no cooldowns whatsoever, and earn you over 100 grand for each one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what I'll be working on this week. Alright, so that's it, my friends. Thank you for watching. As always, if you liked the video and want to help out, please subscribe, give a thumbs up, and let me know what you think. Is anyone else up for some easy money grinding laundering this week? Or maybe you have some additional tips and tricks that you'd like to share. If so, drop a comment below and let everyone know. Until next time, be happy, be well, be safe, be the one. Maestro.